Hello and welcome to Han Solo Music. I'm Han Solo. Today we're going to be going over some chords that we can put against some of the strum patterns that we went over the other day. We went over down strums, up strums, and alternate. And we talked about doing different patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, cheese, 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 cheese. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and pizza, 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 pizza. There's also the triplet, which is sort of like saying pineapple. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. So how to make good use of these is to use your 1, 4, 5, which is where you pick a chord. And I'll just start with the first letter of the alphabet, A. A is our 1 chord, so A, B, C, D. I know ahead of time. A, B, C, D, E. The 1, 4, and 5 chords are going to be the outline or backbone of whatever key you're in. So A, I can predict we'll go with D, and you always want to make the 5 chord a 7 chord. So you could start off with always want to end on your 1 chord. Then you can progress. As you get more and more comfortable with the chord changes, you can increase the rhythmic complexity. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. 16th notes are counted 1 E and a, 2 E and a. But sometimes it's easier to use words we're familiar with. I like pizza toppings, so I use pepperoni. Pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. So with that, it would be pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. And I would encourage you to practice combinations. Cheese, cheese, pepperoni, cheese, cheese, pepperoni, cheese, cheese, pepperoni, cheese, cheese, pepperoni. Just kind of see what comes out. So you're going to apply that same methodology to all the different chord progressions we're going to do. We're just going to go through the letters and pick your 1, 4, and 5 chords. So if you had a B major chord, B, C, D, E, and B and F are not BFFs, so you're going to have to use F sharp. And you could apply strum patterns to this. So you have to put a little extra thought when you do a B chord, when you start on a B chord or when you start on an F chord. But other than that, the letters line up. So let's move on to C, the most popular key, the people's key. C, D, E, F would be your 4 chord. C, D, E, F, G would be your 5 chord. And you always want to make the 5 chord into one of those bluesy, what we call dominant 7 chords. So a G7. So you have 1, 4, 5, 1. And you can spice that up. Now let's move on to D. If you're writing a song in D, you'd make D your 1 chord. D, E, F, G. So I know ahead of time. And if you've ever wondered, that's why there's so many G chords that accompany D chords. Quick trick, I like to keep my ring finger on string 2, fret number 3, D. And I keep that down and kind of uppercut motion for G. And I take my middle finger all the way down to string 1 for D. And the 5 chord, D, E, F, G, A, and I'm going to make it a dominant 7. So together that would be G, A7, D, D, G, A7. D7, D. I'm going to make another video where we go over how to solo on top of these things, but let's finish the last letters. We did A, B, C, D. Now let's do E. So we're in the key of E. Let's make E our one chord. So do E major. You're going to match the major 1 chord with a major 4 chord. So if we're starting on E, E, F, G, A major. We just did that chord. So 1, 4, and then E, F, G, A, B, and we're just going to kind of absent-mindedly make the B into a 7 chord. So altogether that's E, A, B7, and then you always land on your 1 chord, in this case E. Now let's keep on moving. After E we've got F, and as I mentioned before, B and F are not BFFs, so F natural is going to have to go with B flat. And I'm actually going to start you off on F sharp here. We're just going to go boop. So it would be F sharp, we'll go with B natural. And you're going to have to use a C sharp, F, G, A, B, C. So we're going to make it 7. And you're going to land back on your F sharp. That gets us out of the woods. Now we're back up to G. G, A, B, C. We're in familiar territory. G, A, B, C, D. So now we're kind of recycling chord shapes and ideas we've already used, but we're putting them in a different order, and it's going to sound different. So now we've got G. So I did G to C to D7, and that brings us back onto G. So we did your A chords, B chords, C chords, D chords, E chords, F chords, and G chords. Now I left out the sharps and flats, and we can use a capo to address that stuff. But as a beginner player, if you have some basic strum patterns down, and you have all your natural note chords down, which is something you can Google. There's a million chord charts online. But step 1 would be to learn your chords A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then make sure that you can order them based off of whatever chord you pick, 4 letters above and 5 letters above. So that, just a quick recap, A, B, C, D. That would be 1, 4. A, B, C, D, E. So on my next video, we're going to learn how to use the capo, so you don't have to learn so many chord shapes. But oftentimes, you can make a ton of music with the chords you already know. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know if there's anything you want to see a video on. I'm happy to make one. I just hope you guys are all out there shredding, and until next time, let the shredding begin.